want to show you something really cool. Not this Excalibur 9 $1,200 trek bike, but something else. So a lot of these bikes come to my house for testing and they have no dropper. A little bit of a problem for me because I'm dropper spoiled, meaning I like to do drops, jumps with a dropper, but also cornering. My cornering style has changed such that I want to separate myself from the bike, especially as things get loose. Especially with tires like this, you don't want to lean on it. So it's a bit of a pain to put a dropper in these bikes, just for me to put a few rides, 5 to 10 rides on it, and especially if it's a reverb, a hydraulic, internally routed post. So what I do, luckily I have a tool, and it's as easy as changing your seat post. You just pull this out. I have this most popular dropper in my arsenal. It's called the Magura Vyron because it's always there, always works. I have a shim to allow it to do this 31/6 diameter. The dropper itself is 39, so shims are cool. Allows you to use one dropper. So friends come to the house, we're doing a technical trade, they don't have a dropper, boom, put one on them. Or there's a lot of, I'm sure like most people, you have a lot of bikes and not all of them have droppers. This could be a solution. Kind of expensive, $500 in the US, a lot cheaper in Europe, but it really works. I've used it for a year, so reliable. So there you go, I just installed it. As you see, no wires, no cables. The remote's actually here, it's just on a rubber band. One click to wake it up and boom, it's working already. And then you're asking, well, how did that turn on? That turned on because it's always on, but when you move it, it wakes itself up. So by then it's ready for action. So one press and boom, you have a full 150 drop. Press it again, right there. If you want to stop it somewhere in the middle, boom, hold it, bam, it's there. So I've used it for a year almost, and it's so reliable. As I said, I charge it every 3 months. It's always on. That thing, I haven't even changed the watch battery on it. So it really offers a solution when you have multiple bikes or kind of in a jam. It's not perfect, far from perfect, but there's an improvement. So why is it not perfect? One problem, the real problem is it's slow. It takes a quarter second for the valve to open up. It's open for half a second and then a quarter second to close up. So it's almost a second from the time you say hit the button to the time you're done. Meaning I hit the button and if I change my mind or if another rock comes to me, it goes up again. So as you see in all the demonstrations, they hold it. That's to get over that latency. So it's a slow product. When you know where you're gonna drop it, at top of the hill, bottom of the mountain, then it's no big deal. It's natural. But if you're in Moab or Sedona, where it's up and down all the time, you hit it 50 times a ride, it's a problem. Because by the time you're still trying to hold your position for that second, and now a new rock comes up or a drop comes, it's less than ideal. So another problem is it's 150 only. A lot of bikes can't handle that. And if that's the future, but looking back to your old bikes and current bikes, they just can't handle it because the seat tubes are interrupted, or even here, there's bolts here. Luckily, this is enough for me. Another problem is the remote is just awful. I think they got this from a shock or something. It happened to work because it's very reliable, so they used it. It's kind of big, no room for it, and the button is tiny. They put a cover on it to make the button bigger, but it's still not quite there. The good news, and did I mention it's expensive? Yeah. The good news is we were over at Eurobike and we saw the future, which is they're going to make us allow us in different lengths, 125 and 100, and they made it faster too. they're saying half the time. So, you know, for half a second or less, and that should be enough to make it more natural. Just put some air pressure in here, just speed it up, boom, boom, and you'll find that you should be able to find that magic combination where you fire it, you do your thing, and you're not waiting anymore. So that could be real good. The remote is still gonna be no good. A lot better with that cover, but really, this is the remote you want, a trigger that's under bar to match your 1x system, and maybe have an option, a lot smaller one, if you have a 2x. So, but Magura Vyron, version 1 had promise, not quite there. Version 2 is looking a lot better. But even version 1, it found utility in my garage where I have a lot of droppers. And this one is just so easy to install. Thank you.